The demand for fruits such as citrus and mangoes on the local market is high, as indicated by the volume of imports of oranges from South Africa and mangoes from Kenya during the off-season period. Whereas there are efforts to increase production and profitability of citrus, several challenges, notably the leaf and fruit spot diseases, are currently the biggest threat to the industry in Uganda. Infections and sometimes a mere presence of fruit spots are enough to restrict free trade and export of citrus and mangoes to lucrative markets abroad.
The major diseases which are affecting citrus in our country, we have the citrus pseudocercospora leaf and fruit spot, we have the anthracnose, then we also have the bacterial canker, together with other minor diseases like the sooty mold.
Domestically, large losses are incurred due to fruit rot, and attempts to control them by continuous use of chemicals not only reduce the profits of the smallholder farmers and traders, but contribute to the high cost of fruits.
These are affecting heavily the citrus production, and actually they are causing a yield loss of over 60% of what is expected from such a tree.
The National Agricultural Research Organization, NARO, through the competitive grant scheme, initiated interventions aimed at addressing citrus leaf and fruit spot diseases. The main objective was to reduce losses attributed to the diseases and to enable fruit growers to grow profitable and healthy fruit crops through the practical use of integrated pest management (IPM) technologies.
The major objective we are here in Chige as NARO is to develop technologies of managing pests and diseases so that farmers have solutions which are affordable and practical, which they can apply in their field. We are planning in the coming month to train the farmers on how to manage these pests and diseases so that they can increase their production, which production is actually going to also support government effort. Like now we have a citrus processing or fruit processing plant in Teso. All these farmers will be feeding that industry, and in the process they will be supplying all the raw materials this factory needs, and indirectly will be contributing to increasing the government GDP.
The project has successfully rehabilitated a 50-year citrus orchard severely affected by fruit spot diseases back to productivity in Chige scheme. The orchard was revitalized to give off between 11 to 15 bags per harvest of fresh fruits per acre. The plan is to make the site a training center for citrus farmers.
Project eno bw'enaabanga egenze mu maaso ng'akati program leader Dr. Pali bw'ateesseemu amaanyi noza mulaba na wali new citrus now is open 200 acres, some for citrus, some for mangoes. Abantu era bali active, so we are happy. Chige people, we are happy because we are employed.
To establish the level of the problem, surveys were conducted in 20 districts across the country, and over 300 farmers and extension workers in eastern Uganda were trained in citrus production and management of citrus leaf and fruit spot diseases.
You see, after you have...
Overall, the project facilitated the development and dissemination of a cost-effective and farmer-friendly integrated pest management package (IPM) for controlling leaf and fruit spot diseases. This was coupled with robust production and dissemination of self-help information materials such as brochures, booklets, flyers, posters on production and management of orchards.
Wekubako emichungwa egiri ku ebigero ebyo giba michungwa michafu giba miti giri ku buuka were wetaibumba akolaki wagifuwera kala awo nategeera okulima emichungwa kyomba natwala obuvunanizibwa okujja okulima emichungwa mu nnimiro owange kubanga ndi kulina obuki n'obuvumu nimbanga nenze nda nebuza kubafu ambana ndi n'emichungwa ejange ayi kuliko ebisiisa bino nkole ntya bampa amagezi.
For sustainability, model farmers were identified from Busoga and Teso sub-regions. These farmers, who hold 50 to 100 acres of citrus, will position their farms as demonstration sites for fellow farmers in their communities.